जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गंधर्विका गिरिधारी जी की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री राधा नयननाथ जी की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिष्टोम विष्णुपाद परमहंसाष्टतर सचिशिला भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिष्टोम विष्णुपाद परमहंसाष्टतर सचिशिला भक्ति दैत माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिष्टोम विष्णुपाद परमहंसाष्टतर सचिशिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंसा शिला गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय शिशिला सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय वैष्णव सार्वभौम शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वसदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गो गोवर्धन वृंदावन श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंदात्मक श्री ब्रज मंदिर की जय। जय श्री नवद्वीप धाम की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। 1 second. Fan. Bandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamala Shri Guru Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Shri Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. We are hearing SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM. One second. Yesterday's verse we heard, if Bharat Maharaj sometimes could not see the deer, his mind would be very agitated. As you remember, Bharat Maharaj rescued the deer from water and then he was taking care of him, but to such an extent that he reduced his sadhana. Ultimately he gave up totally, and in between sadhana also he was checking on him, but his mind was always on him. So yesterday we heard, if Bharat Maharaj sometimes could not see the deer, his mind would be very agitated. He would become like a miser who, having obtained some riches, had lost them and had then become very unhappy. When the deer was gone, he would be filled with anxiety and would lament due to separation. Thus he would become illusioned and speak as follows. Api bata savai kripana ena balako mrita harini sutoho mama naryasya shata kirata mater akrita sukritasya krita visrambha atma pratyayena tad aviganayan sujana iva gamishyati. Bharat Maharaj would think, alas, the deer is now helpless. I am now very unfortunate, and my mind is like a cunning hunter, for it is always filled with cheating, propensity, and cruelty. The deer has put its faith in me, just as a good man who has a natural interest in good behavior forgets the misbehavior of a cunning friend and puts his faith in him. Although I have proved faithless, will this deer return and place its faith in me? So he was thinking it is due to my fault that deer is gone. My mind is like that. This is illusion, called illusion. So therefore Maharaj Bharat felt that the deer had left him due to his negligence, and that due to the animal's noble heart it would again return. Api kshe me nasmin ashramo pavane shashpani charantam deva guptam drakshami. Alas, is it possible that I shall again see this animal protected by the Lord and fearless of tigers and other animals? Shall I again see him wandering in the garden eating soft grass? Api cha navrikah salavriko nyatamo va naikachara ekacharo va bhak shayati. I do not know, but the deer might have been eaten by a wolf or a dog, or by the boars that flock together, or the tiger who travels alone. Nim lochati ha bhagavan sakala jagat kshemo daya strai atmadyapi mama namriga vadu nyasa agachati. Alas, when the sun rises, all auspicious things begin. Unfortunately, they have not begun for me. The sun god is the Vedas personified, but I am bereft of all Vedic principles. The sun god is now setting, yet the poor animal who trusted in me since his mother died has not returned. Here, Nim lochati ha Bhagavan sakala jagat kshemudayatraya. Bhagavan, represented as the sun, sakala jagat, of all the universe, that we heard before. So because he became so much attached, and now that deer is not to be seen, so he's lamenting and like a bewildered, illusion. Api svit akrita sukritam agatya mam sukha yishyati harina raja kumaro vivida ruchira darshanya nija mriga daraka vinoder asantosham svanam apanudan. Akrita sukrita. That deer is exactly like a prince. When will he return? When will he again display his personal activities, which are so pleasing? When will he again pacify a wounded heart like mine? I certainly must have no pious assets, otherwise the deer would have returned by now. Here in the commentary, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, out of strong affection, the king accepted the small deer as if he were a prince. This is called moha, means you are bewildered due to attachment. Due to his anxiety over the deer's absence, the king addressed the animal as though he were his son. Out of affection, anyone can be addressed as anything. But this is moha. We are all conditioned souls under the grip of Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha. Moha means bewilderment. And because of attachment, we have to suffer when we lose, because the time will take everything away. It is inevitable. That is why Buddhists, they think if we will not be attached to anything, we will be detached and accept everything as it is, transitory, then we will have no suffering. That is true up to a certain extent, you will have no suffering. But as long as you are in Maya, in matter, though unattached, you will have suffering. Only when you cross, when you go to spiritual realm, either impersonal or personal, you will have no any suffering actually. But in Brahma Jyoti, you will not get full spiritual bliss. But all, they know that attachment to non-eternal things and relations and everything, that will give you suffering, bewilderment. Kshveli kayam mam mrisha samadhi na milita drisham prema samrambhena chakita agatya prishat aparusha vishanagrena luthati. Alas, the small deer, while playing with me and seeing me feigning meditation with closed eyes, like faking. Feigning means fake meditation. I'm pretending that I'm meditating with closed eyes, would circumambulate me due to anger arising from love. And he would fearfully touch me with the points of his soft horns, which felt like drops of water. See, when he was doing Sandhya, chanting Brahma Gayatri, that time also he was thinking and feeling all these things. Here in the commentary, now King Bharata considers his meditation false. While engaged in meditation, he was actually thinking of his deer, and he would feel great pleasure when the animal pricked him with the points of its horns. Feigning meditation means pretending, like faking meditation. The king would actually think of the animal, and this was but a sign of his downfall. Like this, when we are doing Harinam, that time we should keep attention on Harinam, and also when doing mantra jap, that time also you should think, not other things, otherwise you will lose connection and no benefit. Asadita havishi barhishi dushite mayo palabdo bhita sapadi uparata rasa rishi kumaravat avahita karana kalapa aste. When I placed all the sacrificial ingredients on the kusha grass, the deer, when playing, would touch the grass with his teeth and thus pollute it. When I chastised the deer by pushing him away, he would immediately become fearful and sit down motionless, exactly like the son of a saintly person. Thus he would stop his play. In the commentary, Bharata Maharaj was constantly thinking of the activities of the deer, forgetting that such meditation and diversion of attention was killing his progress in spiritual achievement. I remember our god sister, she had one elder daughter and then again one and then one small child. So that time she requested our Gurudev for taking Diksha mantra. Then Gurudev said, no, it will not be possible for you now when your child is small. Later we will see. because it was true. I saw in Kolkata, even for that Harinam mantra jap, when she was doing Panchatattva mantra and Maha mantra on asana like this, all the time that child would disturb. Then I understood why Gurudev told that she will not be able to, and then it is offense if you are doing Gayatri. 1 second, rain is coming. If you are doing mantra meditation on asana, it takes some time. And if child is disturbing you that time, then your mind will go there because you are attached. Or you will stop in between, or you will try to pacify, and child cannot understand what you are doing. So it is not good. That is why Gurudev did not give Diksha that time. Kim va are acharitam tapas tapasvinyanaya yat iyam avani savinaya Krishna sara tanaya tanutara subhaga shiva tamakara kura pada panktibir dravina vidura turasya kripanasya mama dravina padavim su chayanti atmanam cha sarvata krita kautukam dvijanam svarga pavarga kamanam deva yajanam karoti. After speaking like a madman in this way, Maharaj Bharat got up and went outside. Seeing the footprints of the deer on the ground, he praised the footprints out of love, saying, "O unfortunate Bharat, your austerities and penances are very insignificant compared to the penance and austerity undergone by this earth planet. Due to the earth's severe penances, the footprints of these deer, which are small, beautiful, most auspicious and soft, are imprinted on the surface of this fortunate planet." See how he became mad. He's saying my austerity is not good, but earth austerity is good, because on earth, this deer, his lotus means his footprints, very auspicious, they are there on the earth. So earth is very fortunate. This series of footprints show a person like me, who am bereaved due to loss of the deer, how the animal has passed through the forest and how I can regain my lost wealth. By these footprints, this land has become a proper place for Brahmanas who desire heavenly planets or liberation to execute sacrifices to the demigods. Because of these deer walking here and putting footprints, now this is good place for Brahmanas to do those who want to go to heavenly planets or liberation. See how he became mad. Here in the commentary, it is said that when a person becomes overly involved in loving affairs, he forgets himself as well as others, and he forgets how to act and how to speak. It is said that once when a man's son was blind since birth, the father, out of staunch affection for the child, named him Padmalochan, or lotus-eyed. This is the situation arising from blind love. Bharat Maharaj gradually fell into this condition due to his material love for the deer. See, this material love. It is said in Smriti Shastra, that tract of land wherein the footprints of a black deer can be seen is to be understood as a suitable place to execute religious rituals. He forgot about spiritual reality, only he had material love, like fully based on bodily conception. So because of that he fell. Pure devotees, they also, as I told, give some material benefits, but not in forgetfulness of spiritual reality, that he is a soul and he should be engaged in the service of Krishna. All this they are not forgetting. They have affection for all jivas, love for all jivas, but in relation to Krishna, not out of worldly relation. Api svit aso bhagavan uru patir enam mriga pati bhayan mrita mataram mriga balakam svashrama paribrashtam anukampaya kripana jana vatsala paripati. Maharaj Bharata continued to speak like a madman. Seeing above his head the dark marks on the rising moon, which resembled a deer, he said, "Can it be that the moon, who is so kind to an unhappy man, might also be kind upon my deer, knowing that he has strayed from home and has become motherless? This moon has given the deer shelter near itself, just to protect him from the fearful attacks of a lion." Like Radharani, wherever she sees Krishna. But that is spiritual, it is in knowledge, not in ignorance. That Uttamadhikari devotee also, wherever he sees, he does not see these external forms, but everywhere he sees Krishna, and everything in relation to Krishna, because of that spiritual love. But he, due to material love, he is seeing something, then it will remind, and he is speaking like this: "Moon gave shelter to my deer. Kim vatmaja vishlesha jvara dava dahana shikabir upatapyamana hridaya stala nalini mam upasrita mrigi tanayam shishira shantanuraga gunita nija vadana salilamritamaya gabhastibhi svadayatiti cha." After perceiving the moonshine, Maharaj Bharat continued speaking like a crazy person. He said, "The deer's son was so submissive and dear to me that due to its separation, I am feeling separation from my own son. Due to the burning fever of this separation, I am suffering as if inflamed by a forest fire. My heart, which is like the lily of the land, is now burning. Seeing me so distressed, the moon is certainly splashing its shining nectar upon me, just as a friend throws water on another friend who has a high fever. In this way, the moon is bringing me happiness." Our Gurudev told, the more you are attached in this world, the more you will have to suffer separation grief. Like if you see transcendental rasas, Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhura. Shanta is lowest, Madhurja is highest. But in this world, because it is perverted reflection of transcendental world, Shanta is highest. And Kanta or this Madhurja is lowest, especially illicit like paramour relation. That is the lowest here, and there it is highest. Why? Because Shantarasa in transcendental realm, there is only adoration of Supreme Lord, but no any active service. So attachment is less to Krishna. So bliss is less. And the more you serve, the more there is attachment and the more there is bliss. So the gopis who are in Parakya Ras, they have highest type of attachment to Supreme Lord Krishna. Even that Parakya Ras, that is very like dangerous. So, but they go to Krishna. So much attachment, they are serving with everything. So they have highest bliss, and that is highest rasa. But in this world, our Gurudev told Shanta rasa is highest. Those who are detached, they have no attachment to any worldly things, any worldly relations, they are detached. That is best. Then the more you are engaged in worldly relation like Dasya, and then Sakya and Vatsalya, mother for son or children, there is more attachment is there. Because more service is there, and husband, wife or paramour, so more attachment, so the greatest, the more suffering will come from that. After losing, because time will take, after losing, you will suffer more. So those who are Shanta, they are having least suffering. But those who are fully immersed in these worldly relations through enjoyment, they will suffer more. But in spiritual world, if you are in Shanta Rasa, you are a loser. You are not getting as much as Dasya and like this. The more you serve, the more you get bliss. So here, he's thinking, I'm in fever of separation, but moon is helping me. He's giving water to me. Evam agha tamana manorata kula hridayo mriga daraka bhasena swarabda karmana yoga rambhanato vibramshitaha sayoga tapaso bhagavat aradana lakshana cha katham itaratha jatyantara ena kunaka asangah sakshan nishreyasa pratipakshataya prak parityakta dushtyaja hridayabhi jatasya tasaivam antaraya vihata yogarambhanasya rajarsher bharatasya tavan mrigarbhaka poshana palana prinana lalananu sange na viganayata atmanam ahir iva kubilam duratikramah kalah karala rabhasa apadyata. This is all prose Sanskrit. Shukadev Goswami continued, my dear king, in this way Bharat Maharaj was overwhelmed by an uncontrollable desire, which was manifest in the form of a deer, of the deer. Due to the fruitive results of his past deeds, he fell down from mystic yoga, austerity and worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If it were not due to his past fruitive activity, how could he have been attracted to the deer after giving up the association of his own son and family, considering them stumbling blocks on the path of spiritual life? How could he show such uncontrollable affection for a deer? This was definitely due to his past karma. The king was so engrossed in petting and maintaining the deer that he fell down from his spiritual activities. In due course of time, insurmountable death, which is compared to a venomous snake that enters the hole created by a mouse, situated itself before him. Here, Shukadev Goswami is saying it was because of his karma to give us teaching. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explained, maybe it will come. He explained that he was in bhava stage, but in bhava stage also there is some semblance of aparat and some semblance of karma also can happen, and some semblance for desire for name and fame. So this happened to him, but it was beneficial for him. It was arranged by Krishna for him to increase his devotion. This is one explanation. Another explanation is given by Sanatana Goswami that actually he was pure, but he was teaching us conditioned soul by his own example that what will happen if you will become attached to non-eternal relation and give up your spiritual practice. As I told before, Lila is unlimited. So Lilas, we can get different teachings from Lilas. So different acharyas, they extract different teachings from different Lilas for us. That is why you will find in different Puranas some different details about certain Lilas, because either they happened in different kalpas, different days and lives of Brahma, or it is due to giving us some teaching. But Rupa Goswami wrote in Laghu Bhagavatamrita that if you find any contradictory statements in Shastra or from bona fide acharyas, then you should not think one is correct, another is wrong. But you should find the reconciliation or how they should be harmonized. But you should not reject one and accept another. Then that will not be good, because both are coming from same authority, from Veda Shastra or from realized souls. That is why our Sridhar Maharaj also asked once Prabhupada that why Rupa Goswami wrote like this and Sanatana Goswami wrote like this. Then Prabhupada said, because that is a dokshaja, that is beyond our comprehension, that is lila. You cannot understand how this is both possible. Or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he disappeared in 3 different ways. He showed to different devotees 3 different ways how he disappeared. So here also there is different explanation. One is that even in that high stage, karma may come due to some offense. Because unless you reach the state of prema, there is still some offenses may be remaining there. You will find in Madhurya Kadambini, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is telling there are anarthas coming out from your pious activities, impious activities, from bhakti and from offenses. And he is explaining how they are destroyed gradually, up to which extent, on which stage, and which. So aparadas are going up to prema. So I made one recording some time ago about this case of Bharat Maharaj, how it is possible to fall down even from bhava stage. Rupa Goswami also told that there is possibility of committing offense in bhava stage. Then if that you commit offense to great devotee, then you will lose that bhava. But if you commit offense to like some not so advanced devotee, if there's lesser offense is there, then only your bhava will degrade. Like before you were in Madhurja, then you will fall down to Sakya or Shanta like this. Some effect will be there. So we have to be careful. But Sanatana Goswami in Brihad Bhagavatamrita explained he's pure, but teaching us. Like in Gaur Lila, Sachi Mata teaching us that if you commit offense to Vaishnava, then you cannot get prem. But she's pure soul. Or Durvasa Rishi also. He was playing the pastime of committing offense to Ambarish Maharaj, just to show what is the glory of pure devotee. But we should not think that he really committed offense. Or Sachi Mata really committed offense, or Gadadhar Pandit committing offense. No, they are giving teaching. Or we can also understand that until you reach prema stage, you cannot be careless. You have to be very careful in your bhajan, what you are doing. So this is the teaching we have to get here. The main problem was because he gave up spiritual practice. And some acharyas also, they explain why this happened. Because he was doing bhajan alone, in forest alone, not in association with devotees. If you are in association with devotees, sadhu sangha, then they will detect that you are doing something wrong. They will see, but if you are alone, then who will see you? That is why when our Gurudev was explaining that Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur did not approve some of his disciples, they, without his permission, they wanted to go to Radhakund and do bhajan in secluded place. And they will meditate on Lila and serve in Lila. They were not on that level, and also without permission of Guru. So then you will be associating with your mind there, and your mind, Prabhupada there showed, your mind only wants name and fame, that I am a great bhajananandi. So you will be in association with that, and you will fall down. So our Gurudev, when explaining this point, he said that if you are not realized soul, and you are not always in connection with Krishna and his associates in Lila, if you will be in some secluded place in Himalaya or somewhere, then your mind will be there. Samskaras from past, vasanas means desires, karma, all these things will be there with you. And no one will be there to chastise you. You are doing something wrong or guide you. So that is very dangerous. Our Gurudev also did not allow. One, my god brother, he said to Gurudev, I want to go for bhajan in secret place. Gurudev said, no. How I can give permission? Prabhupada did not give. How I can give permission? That is not good. So we have to be very careful that we are always keeping association with devotees. If no devotees available, then at least we have to go through Shastra to constantly be reminded of what is our duty to serve Krishna. All this. Or now, before it was Shastra, because they were recording in this way in Shastra, but now you have this also, videos, audios, all this. So in any way, you should hear Harikatha, discourses, then that will keep you on track. Otherwise, Maya can catch you and you will go in wrong direction. Only when you attain safety region, then when you are fully immersed in Lila, then you can be anywhere in any place, then you will not be diverted. Like Haridas Thakur. He was alone doing bhajan, but he was not swayed. Prostitute came, he did not fall down. that Maya came, he did not fall down because he was on that stage. But if you are not, then Sadhu Sangha and this Harikatha are in any way you have to take. And also it is true, like you can see in Jyotish, we have some karma from past life, aprarabdha karma. Means we did some actions and now we have to get the fruit of those actions. So aprarabdha karma means that fruit you did not yet get. Prarabdha means that fruit which you are already getting, is already, but aprarabdha means is waiting. You will have to get in future. So if you see in chart, then according to that science, Krishna given science, then you can see at which period, which transit that some certain karma will come to you, like marriage or child or something, or disease or some problem that can be seen in there. So as I told many times, our god brother, he was staying as a brahmachari in Math, but one astrologer told him, when you will 30 years old, you will get married. And he said, that time I could not understand. 3 astrologers, they confirmed. And when I became 30, that time I so much strong desire came in my heart for marriage. Why? Because that karma came. But he was rescued by Gurudev from that karma. But the point is that here we can see, though he left palace, wife, children, so that he can uninterruptedly, because if you are in house and these relations, then you have to give some time to them also, so you cannot uninterruptedly serve Krishna. So he was thinking, I want to do uninterrupted, and he went to forest and was doing bhajan. But in forest, that karma came at appropriate time, okay? And he got attached to deer and lost spiritual practice. That is why we have to be very careful. We should never be content, like now I'm okay, I'm good. Many times it happens, some sadhaka, when he thinks, now I'm okay, I achieved something like this, immediately when such thoughts come, then Krishna will make some arrangement that he will show him, no, you are not. Then he will show him some anartha or some problem will happen, then he will be disturbed or something, to prevent him from having that false pride. That is very dangerous. So for sadhaka, false pride is very dangerous because it will block you from further progress. So we should never be careless. Always careful, cautious, and always in sadhu sangha or shastra sangha, so that we keep our sadhan intact. Especially now in Kali Yuga, this sangha shakti is most important. All acharyas, they say, you need association of advanced devotees to keep you inspired for a right direction. Tadanim api parshvavartinam atmajam ivanushochantam abhi vikshamano mriga eva bhiniveshita mana visrijya lokam imam saha mrigena kalevaram mritam anunamrita janmanusmritir itaravan mriga shariram avapa. I heard from one devotee, she little was studying this astrology, And one man, he was 56 years old, and she was maybe 31 or something. And they knew each other for a long time. But one time, he said, "I want to marry you." Then she was surprised. How, why, in this age and all these things? Then she was checking his horoscope, and she saw that on that exact period, he came into Venus that period, and also something was there, means everything was showing that this desire will come to him, but not before. Like that, he was doing bhajan. But at that time, their karma came, and he got affection. At the time of death, the king saw that the deer was sitting by his side, exactly like his own son, and was lamenting his death. Actually, the mind of the king was absorbed in the body of the deer, and consequently, like those bereft of Krishna consciousness, he left the world, the deer, and his material body, and acquired the body of a deer. However, there was one advantage. Although he lost his human body and received the body of a deer, he did not forget the incidents of his past life. Why? Because he was so advanced in devotion. By the grace of Krishna, he could remember. So something is better than nothing, what we do devotion, but this lila also is many times used in relation to that verse. That we got this human birth after many births in other species. And it is very valuable. It can give us liberation, Krishna Prem, ultimate goal. But it is temporary. So you start doing bhajan now, immediately, before another death occurs, knowing that this sense gratification was already available in all other species. So this human birth we did not get for that. We got only for service of Krishna, for getting ultimate goal of life. So you should not be careless. Why? Because you don't know when you will die, and there is no guarantee that you will get again human birth. And this example is given. Bharat Maharaj did not get human birth because of attachment to deer. So anyhow he had to leave this world. A snake came and bit him. You have to leave this world. You have to leave your body. You have to leave all the relations. It will happen. So you will suffer very much due to separation. Only devotee, he does not suffer when he is dying. He is going very peacefully, very blissfully, because he is not having any attachment to non-eternal things. He is having attachment to Krishna. So he is not bewildered. He knows this is temporary and he is serving Krishna. So he is the only one who is happily dying in this whole world. So we should not be careless. Today I heard one devotee, Ashtarata Prabhu, he left body. Suddenly, he has one temple here in Slovenia, just newly he made, but suddenly left body today. So our Gurudev used to tell us, sometimes during class he asked us, you know when you will die? You don't know. So why you are careless? You should be careful, Because, and you should think, any moment I may die. There is no guarantee you will get human birth. And another point is there, nothing you will take with you. You cannot take any money, house, body you cannot take. Relations, nothing. You cannot take anything. Everything will be left here and you will have to suffer so much because of attachment. The only thing which will go with you is your service, your devotion to Krishna. So don't waste your energy for worldly acquisitions. Only you should work for your eternal welfare, for devotion to Krishna. Otherwise you will regret, you will repent. That song is there of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Ebe na bhojile Jashoda suto, charame poribe laje. Oh my brothers, or oh my mind, if you will not worship the son of Nanda Maharaj or Yashoda now, ultimately you will regret, you will repent, you will regret, you will be sorry, but that time it will be too late. So now we have to start worshipping Krishna and only worshipping Krishna, nothing else. What is necessary for our worldly maintenance so that we can do devotion, that much we have to accept these things, Yukta Vairagya, in relation to Krishna, not forgetting Krishna. Forgetting Krishna is a mistake. Once Gurudev told me, you should always remember, a Shastra says, you should always remember Krishna, never to forget him. Then Gurudev told, it touched me that time, in Chandigarh, I still remember. He said, forgetting Krishna is a mistake. So we have to be very careful. Our sadhana, we should be attentive and increase our sadhana so that always we can be in the remembrance of Krishna, and that our bhakti Sarvasva Nishkinchan Maharaj, when I was new, in 99, we were going with bus from Chandigarh to some place in Punjab for Nagar Sankirtan of Gurudev. Then he told me in bus, he was sitting beside me, that Krishna told in Gita, if you think of me at the time of death, then you will come to me. What you will think at the time of death, you will achieve that. So you should think of me. This was first point he told me. Then he said, but Krishna told another thing. Because we don't know when we will die. So Krishna told, you always, Arjuna, you always remember me. Then Nishkinchan Maharaj told me, like to a small child, very affection, he told me. So, if we will always remember Krishna, then we will also remember him at the time of death. Krishna told at the time of death, if you remember him, we'll go to him. So, but we don't know when we will die. So, always we have to remember. Then at the time of death, always also we will remember. Very in simple way he explained to me. Because Krishna told to Arjuna, you fight, but you remember me. That is the point. So sadhana, we have to be careful. Chanting and Bhagavatam, Shravan, or other services, deity worship, what Guru gives. And sadhu sangha is very important. In chanting, we have to utilize this human birth. Otherwise we will regret. Like suddenly this devotee, he made temple. He was living in India a long time. But perhaps due to climate, there it is more hot. In Vrindavan he was living so many years. But now in old age he made one temple here. in Slovenia, and today suddenly left body. So you don't know. So better to always be prepared, always do sadhana, then you will go to Krishna. Otherwise, we will have to go another direction. But how much devotion we did, that much will go with us. So here, the good thing was, he could not forget, but still he was in the body of Deer. So we will see how he utilized even Deer's body. He understood, I did this mistake, that was a mistake. So now I have to correct that mistake. So he will do, tomorrow we will further here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gaurango Gandharvika Giridhari Ji ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gaurango Shri Radha Madan Mohan Panchatatatmak Shri Gaura Hari ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gaurango Shri Radha Nayananath Ji ki Jai. Jai Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Shri Jagannath Dev ki Jai. Jai Patit Pavan Shila Gurudev ki Jai. Jai Shila Parang Gurudev ki Jai. Jai Shila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Shri Rupanuga Guruvare ki Jai. Jai Shri Panchatattva Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Shri Brinda Devi Tulsi Devi ki Jai. Jai Sarva Vigna Vinashana Kari Shri Nrishinga Dev ki Jai. Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Brinda ki Jai. Jai Samagata Bhakta Brinda ki Jai. Jai Shri SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM ki Jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Gaur Pramanande Hari Bol. Thank you all. Dandavat Pranam. Hari Bol.